And in other business news, Sturm, Ruger & Company, the nation's largest publicly traded gun manufacturer, missed its third quarter earning estimates. The company's profit fell 76% from a year ago. In fact, the entire industry faces declining profits. The 2012 Newtown school shooting and other massacres raised fears of new federal regulations. Consequently, demand for guns skyrocketed, especially for assault rifles. But retailers ordered too many weapons from manufacturers, and now scores of unpurchased guns are sitting on shelves. For more insight on the decline in gun sales, we turn to GERALD CELENTE, who is the publisher of Trends Journal, and he is joining us from New York, Kingston, New York. Welcome to Arise America, GERALD. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you.
There have been a few key things that have happened in our recent history that has driven up this demand for guns. Just talk us through what some of those key events were.
Well, gun sales, ammunition sales often rise and fall on socioeconomic and political events and news. So go back to the panic of '08, the economic crisis, when there was really fear that this thing is going to collapse. And you saw that whole survivalist movement really gain a lot of strength, and with that, gun sales. And then you keep moving forward with that. It kept getting worse, and then Obama became president with the belief, as he was campaigning, that he was the peace and love guy, you know, and there was going to be more restrictions on gun sales. So that pushed him up as well. And again, as the economy is going through very difficult times, gold prices, you'll remember, were starting to skyrocket, going up as well through almost the end of 2011. So you can see the inverse connection. As gold prices started going down, as there became a leveling of the economy, gun sales went down, and then they popped back up again, of course, with the Sandy Hook incident, because people are concerned that, you know, the politicians will grab onto any opportunity that they can get, and they were concerned that they were going to put restrictions on, and a lot of states did, on gun purchases. So that pushed it up. So now we're in a lull. You're seeing the socioeconomic climate even out. Look at this midterm election. Go through all the states. Guns aren't on the issue. Abortion, some foreign policy issues, environmental, but nothing about guns.
Well, let me jump in there, GERALD, if I may. So before we move on to another nuance of this, this really is about gun manufacturers overestimating the demand, which really peaked, as you so aptly said, after the Sandy Hook, Newtown, Connecticut shootings there. So it would seem to me that the demand for guns, more than some reflection of a person's belief in constitutional rights, is really very emotionally driven. Would you say that's a fair statement?
I'd say it's a very fair statement. Well, it's emotional and practical, in the sense that, hey, if this economy collapsed the way it was going down, and the Federal Reserve didn't come up with their quantitative easing or other things, you could have seen a lot of pressure on the streets. You know, when people lose everything and have nothing left to lose, they lose it. And then the reality is also, it's not emotional in the sense that, you know, politicians will do anything to get votes, and they'll rob you of your Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, First Amendment, you name the amendment. So it's both practical and emotional.
You know what, and here's the thing, it seems sort of ironic in some ways, because if in fact the Republicans take over both the House and the Senate and Congress, then you can be sure that gun reform is not going to come up as an agenda during the congressional session there, which might mean then that people no longer have that knee-jerk reaction to run out and get a gun because they think they won't get it later. So this new Congress could very well keep that demand low, don't you think?
It could, but again, there's always the economic card to play as well, or who knows what else. So yes, overall, this Congress is good for guns.
All right, we'll leave it right there for now. GERALD CELENTE, thank you so much, GERALD.
Thank you.